Well, good afternoon and welcome to Eureka, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals. From Eureka is the Valkyrie volleyball action on the road here on BFSC events here on YouTube as the Valkyries get ready to take on the Eureka Lady Lions. The Valkyries 3-3 on the season, 2-0 in conference play, and take on the Lady Lions here today in Eureka, Montana. And I had a chance to sit down and talk with the head coach of the Valkyries, Ariel Stalneck, before this match today. And this is what she had to say about the upcoming match with the Lady Lions of Eureka and the way her team has been performing. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. JV went to freshman went to 5 games, and I'll tell you about that later. And then JV just wrapped up here in Eureka. But head coach Ariel Stalneck on the pregame with me, and this is what Ariel had to say. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Eureka, Montana. I'm with the head coach of the Bigfork Valkyries, Ariel Stalneck, as they get ready to take on the Eureka Lady Lions in conference action. The Valkyries 3-3 on the season and 2-0 in conference, with their last 2 conference wins taking on the Mission Lady Bulldogs, winning that in 3-0, and Troy as well 3-0. So you come into another conference game in good position. You're in first place currently. Talk about the last couple of games against Mission and also against Troy.
Our game against Mission gave us a good fight. We had a lot that we got to work on, and that was great. Great win on the road, first conference game, and then we did get to go to Troy this week, and that was a really good opportunity for our girls. We really gave them a goal to work on, and they did well.
Well, talk about one of the games that you were supposed to have a conference. Plains is back into our conference, but because of some COVID things, we pushed their game out till next Monday at home.
Yeah, Monday.
Coming up in 2 days, actually. Get underway at 4 o'clock with the C squad, and then JV at 5:30, varsity at 7. So talk about the team. Are you missing anybody before you play today? You're 2-0 in conference, 3-3. I thought those, especially that game, to me, in a real dogfight against Deer Lodge and the Lady Wardens, I think really kind of taught your team a little bit about how they can play, the intensity and the rallies that went on in that game, and get them set up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, intensity-wise, we're doing really good. Our main thing, it's always been our thing. It'll hopefully not continue to be our thing, but finishing. We really have to work on finishing our sets. We can be ahead, or we can be, one of our sets in Deer Lodge went like 32-30. It's finishing. It is the fact that when we have ball on game point, finishing the game. And statistically right now, we're not finishing on game point, even when we do have the ball. So we have been working a lot on that. Today we are missing Izzy Ellison. So I have Ava Davey, a freshman, actually filling in that front row spot for her, and then I have Tessa Troyer, who is pretty rock solid in my back row. So my back row should be pretty solid on that front, and then I think that we're going to play just as hard a ball. We will miss Izzy. Definitely, she's a smart little ball player, but I do think I have girls filling in that position that will put up just as much of a fight, so it's good.
Yeah, Izzy is just a sophomore, and then, very good. It reminds me when I first saw her older sister, come to Bigfork and play. Very talented, very volleyball oriented, and as Isabella or Izzy is the same way. I see that they have that smarts or understand the game. But Ava Davey seems to be the same way, and she's just a freshman getting in and has played well for you, especially stepping up when you guys beat Loyola in 5 and other games as well coming in for you.
Yeah, Ava Davey is quite a little athlete. She has a lot of power. She's young, so we're working on how to control that power for sure. She does remind me a lot of like when Madison Chabias played for us. It's like young, so much power, so much drive, and game by game you watch her have more control over her skill, which is really exciting. And today will be a really great test just because of the way it plays. She will be starting for us today, so that's exciting for her. And I really just hope she goes out and just has a good game. And I have faith in her. I wouldn't be putting her in that position. So we're really excited.
So Eureka, notoriously been very strong in the past. They graduated some seniors and some good players. But a formidable foe because we're playing them on the road in Eureka. What do you guys got to do as a team today to get a W and stay unbeaten in conference?
I firmly believe that our girls can out-hit any team that we play. I believe that we have like more talent than any team I've like put together and been able to coach. It's amazing the talent that we have on this team. Every girl in every single position. Like I have no moment where I'm like, oh gosh, not her or something like that. I have full faith in every single girl. I just need them to have faith in each other and a lot of focus. Even in our little Troy game, when we were winning by a good amount, there was like a little bit of a lack of focus, and that worries me. That was our last game. It was easy for them, but we lost focus. But our last set, when we beat them 25-4, I saw the focus come back where we were minimizing our errors and stuff like that. And so as long as we serve above a 95%, we keep good passes in and a lot of digging. They're going to hit at us, and I hope we hit back harder. So.
Well, your libero, you got Callie back in the mix now.
Yep.
Mackenzie Holton and Jessa Newton, your setters, they do a great job. Ellie up on the line, the Sorry twins for you. Inga Turner in the middle. Just overall, Zoe plays a great game as well. So, you got a lot of talent there, and you guys communicate. And like you said, the one thing, and I've seen very much over the years, I've done a lot of volleyball for Bigfork and seen a lot of volleyball at home and away. Is that killer instinct to finish off opponent when you have them down and not let them get back in the game and have a chance.
And we do really well. Like we'll be down like 7 points. And we wait until it's like the last 7 points to all of a sudden come back, and it's just that thing where when the girls get down, you can see it on them. They get down. But I had a good talk with them, and I told them that this game might go to 5. This game, each game might have to win by 2. It's going to be a dogfight, and we're just going to see who wants it more. And you guys have the skill as long as you go out and play hard and play with your heart, because they play with their skill, sure, but they play with their heart and their skill, and we'll win this game.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hustle plays and making those digs and those fun games, they're fun to watch, actually. I mean, and I noticed that especially against Deer Lodge, to get down and get them to game point, even other ones, and then it's like they don't quit, but they fight hard. And then once you fight hard, it's try to getting over that hump and getting that where you win that game instead of losing it, especially at Deer Lodge. I thought that was some of the best volleyball I've seen, because fighting both back and forth by both teams that day.
It was really fun. It would have been more fun if we won, but it was really fun.
Well, it was fun to call and fun to watch, actually, that you guys never gave up in that match. So.
And I think that our seniors could learn a little something from our freshmen today, because the freshmen were down 2 games that they got their little handed to them. And they came back in the last 3 games, and they got it done. And I think that my seniors and I guess half of them are juniors, my varsity team, I think that they could learn a little bit about keeping that drive going. And even when you're down, keep pushing. You're never done until it's the last point of the last game.
Yeah, that's something about younger kids, the want or the drive to be able to do that, and down 2-0, didn't give up and get back, and then they win in 5, 3-2. The C squad, your C team, which are all freshmen for you guys. For you guys, some they have sophomores on, but yours are all freshmen, and that was a great job. So I'm really looking forward to today's match against Eureka.
Me too.
And hope you guys come out strong, like you said, the first to 5, first to 10, 15,
Always,
20, and
yeah.
25. That'll get you over the hump. So good luck today, Ariel. Thanks for joining me on the pregame show.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it as always. And hey, let's go Vows.
Go Vows. Thank you.
All right, that was the brought to you by 37-2002, including banners and posters. Brad Stodchill and the folks at Bigfork UPS Store. Thank them for sponsoring Bigfork Valkyries and Vikings sports. We really appreciate those guys down at the UPS Store. Once again, this is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings, the Vows, here from Eureka, Montana. Let me get that mic down. Might sound a little better. Had it up above my head during that timeout, so sorry about that. Yeah, UPS Store sponsoring pregame here in Eureka, Montana. And we'll get underway here shortly. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. And the starting lineups are brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods for all your grocery needs, and includes an amazing bakery and deli. 8111 Highway 35 at Bigfork, 837-5010. Marcus Balgos, Kelly Balgos from the gang at Bigfork Harvest Foods, always proud sponsor of Bigfork Athletics. And get ready for tip-off. Here at first serve. In about 4 minutes, we're a little bit behind, so I'll give you scores earlier before I give you the starting lineups. In the C team, like we talked about earlier, C team went down 2-0. Those freshmen fought back. Obviously missing Davey, not playing with the freshmen as well, and able to fight back and win the next 3, and then win that one 3-2. In junior varsity action, again without Davey playing JV because she needs to play varsity, and we'll give you the starting lines on that shortly. But Francisca Anderson played awesome in that JV match. She was on today, and they were able to win that 3-0. Actually, all of those kids on the JV team played awesome to take that one 3-0 against Eureka. So we get ready for varsity. And once again, you're starting that brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And for the Lady Lions of Eureka, their libero, number 2, a 5'2 junior, Ellie Durden. And then we'll go down the lineup. Senior middle hitter, 5'11", number 3, Rena Truman. At 5'8", middle hitter, junior, number 7, Remy Stangert. The outside hitter, 5'7", senior, number 8, Jaden Pluid. At 5'2", defensive specialist, sophomore, number 11, Nariah Katila. At 5'6", a right side and outside hitter, senior, number 12, Kia Hawkins. And the captain for Eureka, and the setter at 5'6", senior, number 14, Camber Brown. For head coach Todd Brulette. This is by Jenna Brulette and Josh Brown. Taking a look at the Valkyries starting lineup for today's match against the Lady Lions. It will be the libero, Callie Martins, at 5'7", a senior. And I think she's more like 5'9" now, talking to her. We're number 88 for the Valkyries. And going down the line, it'll be a 5'10" middle blocker, junior, number 1, Inga Turner. Opposite side hitter at 5'7", junior, number 5, Ellie Jort. The setter at 5'5", junior, number 6, Jessa Newton. The outside hitter, 5'7", junior, number 8, Zoe Albert. The captain for the Valkyries, middle blocker, 5'7", and a senior, number 9, Alexis Sari. Head coach Ariel Stalneck, assisted by Josh Feller and Roxanne Reed. Once again, James LaFontaine here with you in Eureka, Montana. Bigfork Valkyrie Volleyball here on BFST Events here on YouTube, getting ready to get underway. 406-270-7384. Just text me, let me know that you're listening out there, and I'll give you a shout out. Hopefully we have folks online listening to this match and can get it out there. Just let me know. I appreciate that. And I'll check that here momentarily. See what we have online. We have a couple folks listening in. So once again, 406-270-7384. So they'll do starting lineups. They'll do the anthem here, and we'll stay right here for that as we get underway here in about 10 seconds with pregame stuff, wrapping up and getting ready to play as the Valkyries. Trying to move to 3-0 in conference and 4-3 overall. They're currently 3-3 and 2-0 in conference. And don't forget, coming up Monday, they'll be at home taking on the Plains Trotters. Plains back in the mix in 7B for volleyball, so we'll have to welcome them back on Monday. That game was supposed to be last week. So we'll get ready here. We'll stay right here for the national anthem and get underway here in Eureka, Montana. Well, that wraps up the national anthem. We'll get ready. They'll do the starting lineups. Debbie Carlson, along with Emily, our officials for today. And going to introduce the Valkyries right now. Good crowd on hand here for Bigfork, representing some of the football players coming up to also check out. And congratulations to the Vikings, 54-6 winners over Whitehall last night. Remain unbeaten on the season, 4-0. And so the Valkyries getting introduced by the public address announcer here in Eureka, Montana. Turner, Jort, Newton, Albert, Sari, Davey, and Martins. The freshman Davey starting today with Isabella Ellison out for the Valkyries. Alexis really having a good matches for Bigfork, really killing it at the net, leading the way. And Zoe Albert always does a great job. Like Ariel said before the ball game in a pregame interview, they're really playing well when they play together and do the talking. So hopefully they keep that up here today. And they'll introduce and then the Lions. Eureka graduated a lot of seniors, really good volleyball players from last year. So 5 seniors this year on the Eureka team. Bigfork has 4. So Well, we're about ready to get underway. We'll see who gets the serve to start things. Yeah, the Valkyries ready to go here in Eureka, Montana. We're running a little bit behind, but that's okay. Probably about 30 minutes total behind, so that's because freshmen went late in 5 sets. And JV, we were able to win that one in 3 straight, so that'll make things a little bit easier here in Eureka, Montana. Once again, 406-270-7384. And about ready to get underway. Okay, we're set to go, and Eureka will get the serve here to start game number 1. Best of 5. We're going to go here in Eureka, Montana. Service on the way. Zoe Alberts. Martin, Zoe gets it back across, dug out by the libero for Eureka. Tipping across, and Bigfork into the net. Looks like sorry, so a point for Eureka. And Camber Brown, number 14, serving for the Lady Lions here early. Second serve, Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up Martins. Martins going to spike it across the net. Dug out by Eureka. Set up, and a spike down, blocked, but out of bounds. Off Jort and sorry. On the spike there by number 8, Jaden Pluid. So another point for Eureka, 2-0 early. Brown serving. Dug out by Martins. Saved there by Davey. Across by Sari. Dug out by the libero, Durden. Up by Brown. Back across Martins. Newton. Newton going to set up Sari. Sari spikes it down right off the hand. The libero, Durden. And a point for Bigfork and side out. And that'll bring number 4 for Bigfork in. Yeah, it's Tessa Troyer to serve for the Valkyries. Troyer's service on the way, drops it across, dug out by Eureka, and Brown gets it back across. Martins. Newton going to set up. Jordan the spike off the arms of 12. Kia Hawkins and out of bounds and a point for Bigfork. We're tied at 2. So Troyer to serve for the Valkyries. Service deep. Libero, Durden, Fluid, spiked across by Kia Hawkins, and Troyer can't dig it out. Side out point to Eureka, 3-2. And 8, Jaden Fluid to serve for the Lady Lions. Jump serve, Albert, Newton. Albert going to spike it down off the hands of Eureka, and that'll go out of bounds. It goes off 3. Truman, who tried to block it at the net, and off the hands of number 4, Stanger. And side out to Bigfork, point 3-3. Martins to serve for the Valkyries. Service on the way. Dug out and out of bounds as Hawkins, Sabrina Hawkins, can't handle it. Off the hands of number 12, Kia Hawkins, and out of bounds, point for Bigfork, 4-3 early. Martins to continue to serve for the Valkyries. Gets it across, deep to Hawkins in the corner. Set up by Brown. Brown spike off of the hand of Martins. Dug out by Troyer and across by Newton. She'll put it deep to Durden. Durden, Brown, and 15 drops it across. That's Hawkins, and Newton can't quite handle it at the net. It'll be side out to Eureka, 4-4. And 3, Truman to serve. Gets it across. Martins, Newton, Jort. Jort spikes it across. Dug out by Eureka, set up, and spiking it down. Newton will dig it out. Jort. Spiked by Albert. Set up, and spiking it in is number 7, Stanger. That's Remy Stanger. Good for a point for Eureka, and Truman to serve again for the Lady Lions. Troyer, Newton. Dropping it across. Nice job there by Zoe Albert. She's really good at that. Just kind of down the line, past the block, drops it in. And side out for Bigfork. We're tied at 5. And Ariana Sari will come in along with Mackenzie Holton. And Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Holton serve nice and deep, right the middle. And right splits two of the Lady Lions, and an ace for Mackenzie. 6-5 Valkyries early here in the first. And Holton to serve again. Service on the way, right down the middle. Nice serve as Truman cannot handle it. And it drops in front of her off her hands. And point for Bigfork, 7-5. And Holton continues to serve for the Valkyries early. Service on the way, gets it across, dug out by Eureka. Brown, spike down, blocked by Turner. Dug out by Eureka, they'll get it across. Holton. Ariana Sari. And Zoe Albert will get it across. Blocked there by Albert, and Inga Turner on the spike by Kia Hawkins, and drops on the Eureka side for a point for Bigfork. And Holton continues to serve for the Valkyries. Service on the way. Mackenzie deep off the hand of Hawkins, and 14. Brown dives for it off her hands, and a point for Bigfork. And Camber Brown slow to get up, but eventually she does. And 9-5 early for Bigfork. Holton, nice serve right down the middle. And out of bounds, an ace off the hand of Truman, Rena Truman. And Bigfork doubles up Eureka early, 10-5, as Coach Stalnick talks about first to 5, first to 10, first to 15, 20 by 5s, as the Valkyries lead early here in the first game, the best of 5, 10-5 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And Holton will continue to serve. We'll stay right here. A 1-minute timeout called by Eureka here early. So the Valkyries talking and really communicating out there. So they're up early here in Eureka, Montana. 406-270-7384. And I'll give you a shout out if you're listening out there on BFST Events on YouTube. Don't forget the Valkyries in action, a makeup game. It will be as they take on the Plains Trotters. Freshmen get underway at 4, 5:30 for JV, and 7 o'clock on Monday for the varsity. We're back, and Holton will serve for Bigfork. Continue to be on the roll. Serves it deep and too deep past the end line as Eureka lets it go. It'll be a side out for the Lady Lions. And number 12, Kia Hawkins to serve for Eureka. Service, Martins digs it out. Holton going to set up Albert. Albert deep. Oh, catches number 8, Pluid, coming too far forward over the top of her and drops it in for a point inside out. And Albert will serve for Bigfork as Davey comes in. Service, dug out by Eureka. Cross and out of bounds off the hand of Eureka as Truman serves it up to the front, and 12 hits it out. Hawkins. Nice serve by Truman, digging out from Zoe Albert. They'll get it across. Martins. Holton going to set up Davey. Davey spikes it across, dug out by Stranger. And Truman, check that, Durden can't handle it. And the Valkyries lead early 13-6. And Zoe Albert continues to serve for Bigfork. Service, nice serve. Dug out by Durden. And putting it across. Turner digs it out. Holton. And Ariana Sari can't quite get it back across the net. That'll be a side out point for Eureka. as Eureka drops it across the net. And 15, Sabrina Hawkins to serve for the Lady Lions. Dug out by Albert. Davey, Holton gets it back across. Hawkins sets up, spike down. Then Zoe Albert back on the spike by Remy Stanger. And point for the Lady Lions, 13-8 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Hawkins is serve again. Sabrina, that is, for Eureka. Martins. Holton's going to set up back to Turner. Turner spikes, drops it across through the block by Inga Turner, and the Valkyries get a side out 14-8. They lead. And Turner will get the service for the Valkyries. Service deep, down the line. Eureka handles it, gets it across. Dug out by Holton. Sets up her sister. It's Ariana to Alexis. And Alexis pounds it down the middle. And a point for Bigfork. They lead 15-8. And Turner continues to serve for the Valkyries. Turner service on the way, deep. Dug out by Durden. Durden will set to Brown. Brown set and spiking. And spiked it down through the block by Pluid. And side out to Eureka. 15-8. Bigfork leads on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here in game number 1. Stanger to serve deep, and that's out. It goes out the back door into the lobby area. And Jort, along with Newton, will come back in for the Valkyries, and Jessa will serve as Callie returns with the volleyball. 16-9, Valkyries lead. Newton to serve for Bigfork. Jump serve, nice service. Dug out by Eureka. Brown going to set up. Truman. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Back. Newton sets it real deep. Brown again. This time going to set it down. And a spike by Pluid. And side out point for Eureka. A 16-10 lead. And Kia Hawkins back in for the Lady Lions. Here on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Brown to serve. Dug out by Albert. Jess and Newton going to set up. Jort spike is long. And that'll be a point for Eureka. And Coach Stolnick wants to talk about it. 16-11. They lead by 5. And a timeout here in Eureka, Montana, as the Valkyries lead 16-11 in game number 1 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. I'll be back here momentarily with the continuation of this match between the Valkyries and the Lady Lions from Eureka, Montana. All right, we're back in here in Eureka, Montana. James LaFontaine with you. Game number 1. Eureka serving. Valkyries up 5, 16-11. And Camber Brown, the captain, the setter for Eureka serving. Gets it across. Martins. Newton will go get it. Sets up Jort. Jort drops it across. Dug out by Bigfork. And punched down there by Alexis. Sorry. And on the Eureka side out to Bigfork. 17-11. And Troyer to come in for Davey. And Tessa Troyer to serve for the Valkyries, where they're up by 6 here. Troyer service, nice serve right down the middle. Truman digs it out. Brown. Spike, but out of bounds by number 12, Kia Hawkins, and a point for Bigfork. They're up by 7, 18-11 on your UPS Store scoreboard. Troyer continues to serve for Bigfork. Deep serve, dug out by Brown to set up Truman. Truman off the hands of Newton and Martins. And out of bounds, it'll be a point side out to Eureka. Karras Stanger back in. And serving for Eureka, number 8, Jaden Pluid. Martins will dig it out. Newton looking to set up and dropping it across. Nice job by Zoe Albert. She's really good at that, dropping across the block. And side out point for Bigfork. Sabrina Hawkins comes back in for the Lady Lions. And Callie Martins to serve for Bigfork. Nice deep serve. Right down. Looked like it was right on the line. And line judge calls it out. And Truman to serve deep. And she serves it out. And Bigfork will serve as Holton and Ariana Sari come back in the lineup. The Valkyries up by 7, 20-13. Need to wrap this up, this first one. Holton's nice serve. Truman digs it out. Brown spiked and out of bounds by number 7, Remy Stanger. Point for Bigfork, 21-13. And Holton continues to serve. Deep serve. Dug out by Eureka. Brown setting up. And deep by Pluid. Point for Bigfork, 22-13. Need to finish this first game here. And Holton serving. Holton serve, nice deep serve. Brown digs it out into the net. They get it across. Sorry. Holton. And spike down, nice spike there by Turner. Eureka can't handle it, and a point for Bigfork. They're up by 10, 23-13. And Mackenzie Holton still serving for the Valkyries. Holton serve, nice deep. Brown digs it out. Truman digs it out. Brown can't handle it off the net on the pass by Truman. And game point here in game number 1 for the Valkyries. They're up by 11, 24-13. And Holton serving. Deep. Oh. Truman, Brown. They just got to get it across. Digs it out, Holton. Ariana Sari. And they're going to call a double hit on Ariana. And side out to Eureka. 24-14 on the UPS Stores scoreboard. And serving, number 12, Kia Hawkins for the Lady Lions. Game point for Bigfork. Hawkins serves, dug out by Martins. Kenzie Holton setting her up. Ariana Sari drops it across. Dug out by Stanger. And right there, pound down by Sari. Brown setting up. Dug out by Holton. Troyer. And trying to get it across. Oh, hit the rafters. It's out of play. And a point for Eureka. Nice try there by Bigfork. 24-14 still game point for the Valkyries. As number 12, Kia Hawkins continues to serve for the Lady Lions. Service. Drops it in front of Martins. And an ace for Eureka. 24-16, the Valkyries. Hawkins, senior. Martins digs it out. Holton. Inga Turner blocked. Dug out by Bigfork. And a lift called on the Valkyries. 24-17. Valkyries up by 7. Still game point as Hawkins will serve. Dug out by Martins. Holton. Troyer gets it across. Dug out by Eureka. Brown going to set up. Spike down. Holton digs it out. And knocked down as Ariana Sari into the net. And the Valkyries still game point up by 6. Just need to get one of these down here. Hawkins service. And that's going to be... They called that one in. Looked like it was out. 24-19. Martins. Holton. Back serve. And Bigfork across the end line. And 24-20, timeout taken by Bigfork. We'll be back here with game number 1 here from Eureka. All right, we're back. And the Valkyries up by 4, 24-20. Hawkins continues to serve. And Bigfork trying to close it out here in game number 1, game point. Martins, Mackenzie Holton, Zoe Albert back deep, dug out by Eureka Brown. Truman, dug out by Troyer. Holton spiking it down and hits the ground by Zoe Albert, and the Valkyries close out game number 1 here. 25-20 in the first. So they win game number 1, 25-20. On your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. We'll take a timeout here from Eureka, Montana, as the Valkyries lead 1-0 here in this best-of-5 match here against the Lady Lions here in Eureka, Montana. James LaFontaine with you, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals. Here from Eureka, Montana. Shout out to Chase Jorgensen and Tyler listening from South Ferndale, America. Go Vals. Special shout out to Jess and Newton. Go number 6. Big finish. Yeah, they were able to wrap up that first one. Let them back in, but they had enough points and able to finish it off. So up 1-0. We'll be back here in Eureka, Montana. All right, we're back here in Eureka, Montana. Valkyries up 1-0 here against the Lady Lions of Eureka. Looks like the same starters: Davey, Alexis Sari, Ellie Jort, Inga Turner, Zoe Albert, and Jessa Newton. And Callie Martins will come in for Inga Turner in the back. Newton will serve for the Lady Lions, the same as well. Truman, Stanger, Fluid, Gatilla, Hawkins, Brown, and Durden comes in for Stanger. And Newton to serve here in game number 2. Nice serve, dug out. Brown set up Truman. And Truman's spike is out of bounds. And a point for Bigfork, up early 1-0 in game number 2 here in Eureka. Newton to serve. Doesn't follow through and serves that one deep. It goes out into the foyer area. Game number 2 brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And 14, Camber Brown to serve for Eureka. Albert. Newton digs it out. Martin's going to spike it across. Dug out by Durden. Brown is set up. Spike blocked by Bigfork. Davey, Newton, and Sari. Got to communicate there. Both of them going for it. Should have been Newton setting up Sari on that particular one. And a side out or a point for the Lady Lions, 2-1. Brown's service. Dug out by Martins. Newton. Martins got to get it back across. Durden. Brown. Truman Dug out by Newton. Martins setting up Jort. Jort back corner off of Durden. Dug out by Eureka. Newton. Jort going to set up. Sorry. Tips it across, but tips it out of bounds. And a point for the Lady Lions. 3-1 early here in game number 2. The Valkyries lead 1-0. Brown to serve. Dug out by Martins. Newton. Sorry. And back across. Blocked. Sorry, spike is blocked back to Bigfork side. And then Bigfork hits it out of bounds. 4-1 early. Brown to serve. Martins. Newton. Zoe Albert gets across. Durden. Brown. Truman. Drops it in front of Newton. And 5-1, the Lady Lions lead here in Eureka. Service by Brown, dug out by Martins. Newton gonna set up George on the spike. Cross court off the hand of Catilla. Nice spike there by Ellie Jort. And side out to Bigfork. And Troyer will come in for Davey to serve as the Valkyries trail 5-2. Troyer serve on the way, nice down. Durden digs it out into the net on the pass and on the Eureka side, so a point for Bigfork at 5-3. On your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Troyer serve, deep Durden. Brown the setter, gonna set it up. Spike blocked there at the net. Alexis Sari along with Ellie Jort on the spike by 12. Kia Hawkins. And a point for Bigfork, and they trail by 1 now, 5-4. Troyer, nice serve. Durden will dig it out. Brown going to set up Truman. Truman spikes it in front of Troyer on the Bigfork side, and a point side out to Eureka, 6-4. And number 4, Kara Stanger comes in for Catilla. And serving is Pluid. Pluid service. Troyer. Newton. Going to set it up. Dinking across is dug out by Troyer. Newton and can't quite get it. Is Troyer on the Bigfork side, and a point, 7-4 Eureka. Pluid serving for the Lady Lions here. Deep dug out by Newton, or excuse me. Bigfork in the net. And they say Bigfork was in the net, 8-4. And timeout taken by Bigfork early as they trail by 4, 8-4 in game number 2 to the Lady Lions. And we'll stay right here in Eureka, Montana. And we're back, and Pluid still serving for Eureka. The Valkyries need a side out here. Troyer, Newton, Martins will get it across, blocked off the block of Truman, out of bounds off her hands, and a point for Bigfork. They'll get the side out, which they needed. And 15, Sabrina Hawkins will come in. Martins in the game. Inga Turner back in for the Valkyries, and Martins to serve. Service on the way, down the middle. Dug out by Durden. Durden Brown, back serve. And blocked by Bigfork. Calls it out of bounds over there on the side off the block of the Valkyries. So point inside out to Eureka. 9-5, the Lady Lions. Truman serving. Martins. Newton. Martin's going to have to spike it across. In the net, or blocked there by Stanger. And Lady Lions lead 10-5, doubling up the Valkyries here in game number 2. Truman to serve. Troyer. Newton. And calling a lift on Bigfork. And 11-5 Eureka. Service. Zoe Albert. Set up. Spikes it across. Set up by Newton. Cross for Bigfork. Troyer comes and tries to dig it out as Hawkins drops it across the net for Eureka. And a point for the Lady Lions, 12-5. Truman to serve. Drops it across. Martins. Newton setting up Jort. Jort spikes it. And spikes it down off the block of Eureka. Off the hands of Stanger. And point side out to Bigfork. Mackenzie Holton coming in to serve. Ariana Sari back in the front line for the Valkyries as they're doubled up 12-6 here in game number 2. And a Holton serve on the way. Off the net and out of play. And turns it right back over on the side out to the Lady Lions. 13-6. They lead by 7 here in game number 2. Deep dug out by Albert. Holton. Sorry. Digs it Dake Truman. Brown. And right there dropping across. Remy Stanger across the block. And drops in 14-6 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And 12. Kia Hawkins serving for Eureka. Martins. Mackenzie Holton. Zoe Albert digs it back deep. Right to the neck. Right there. Inga Turner. They dig it out. Turner. Holton. Zoe Albert going to drop it across. Brown digs it. Stanger. And spiking it into the net. Kia Hawkins. Point side out to Bigfork. 14-7. Libero. Durden back in for Eureka. And back in for Bigfork. Number 7, the freshman, Davey. Zoe Albert serve deep. Truman. Brown. Spike dug out by Ariana Sari. And Davey spikes it back across. Dug out by Stanger. Spike it out of bounds by 14. Camber Brown and side out or point to Bigfork as Albert will continue to serve for the Valkyries. And Bigfork within 6. Zoe Albert's nice deep serve dug out by Durden. Davey. Holton. Spike down by Ariana Sari on the cross-court spike by Sari. Ariana drops it in. Point for Bigfork, 14-9 now on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And Albert continues to serve for the Valkyries. Nice serve. Dug out by Truman. Back across. Mackenzie Holton. Ariana Sari setting up. Turner spikes it down the middle for the Valkyries and a point. 14-10. Valkyries back within 4. And Albert serving for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve. And Albert serve out into the foyer for Bigfork. And they pull within 4. It's 15-10. Eureka will serve. And coming in, Sabrina Hawkins to serve for the Lady Lions here in game number 2. The Valkyries fighting back, Hawkins serve. Martins. Albert. Turner off the block of Stanger. Drops on the Eureka side. Side out point for Bigfork. And Turner will go back and serve for Bigfork. Nice deep serve dug out by Eureka. Brown. Back set. Spiking it long is number 7, Remy Stanger. And point for Bigfork, 15-12. The Valkyries within 3. Turner's nice deep serve. Durden almost into the net. Cross, Holton, back across to Eureka, dug out. Brown going to set it up. Spiking it into the net is Pluid for Eureka. 15-13. Now back within 2, and Turner will continue to serve for Bigfork. Turner serve deep down the line. Truman. Brown. Dug out. Zoe Albert. Mackenzie Holton. Going to back set. Ariana Sari. Can't quite get it across the net. Spikes it in the net. And side out to Eureka. point, 16-13. And Remy Stanger serving for the Lady Lions. Stanger. Zoe Albert. Holton. Sets it up. Ariana Sari off the block. Brown going to set it up. And spiking it deep is Pluid. Point for Bigfork, side out. And that'll bring Ellie Short back in. Jesson Newton as well. And Newton will serve for the Valkyries. And they're within 2 at 16-14 on your UPS Store scoreboard. Newton serve on the way. Deep. Dug out by Katila. Brown and spiking it down. Dug out by Newton. Nearly saved there by Zoe Albert. On the spike by Eureka. And 17-14. Vals get within 2 but can't quite get over the hump. And Brown to serve for Eureka. Brown dug out by Zoe Albert. Jesson Newton. Martins get it across. Off the hands. Dug out by Eureka. Brown back set.
That's a double.
Martins. Newton going to set up Davy. Davy spikes it across. Off Pluid. Brown dumps it across. Dug out by Zoe Albert, but nobody else from Bigfork can take it from there. 18-14. Eureka leads. And Bigfork will take a timeout as they trail by 4. 18-14 on UPS Stores scoreboard here from Eureka, Montana. I'll be back with more of game number 2 as the Valkyries lead 1-0 here in the best of 5. All right, we're back here in Eureka, Montana. James LaFontaine with you, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals here. Yeah, Valkyries within 4. And Brown serving for Eureka. Dug out Martins. Newton going to set up. Sorry. Dug out by Stanger. Spike and rock. Martins. Newton going to set up. Sorry digs it across. Pluid digs it out. Brown. Spiking down by Truman off the hands of Newton and out of play. Point for Eureka at 19-14 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Brown, service. Martins, Newton to dig it out. Spike off the block. And off the hands of Katila out of bounds. And side out point for Bigfork. And Troyer will come back in as the Valkyries trail by 4, 19-15 here in game number 2. Troyer to serve. Gets it across. Dug out by Pluid. Brown. Truman. Dug out. Calling Bigfork in the net. Point for Eureka. And Pluid to serve. And service ace on the line for Pluid. 20-16. Eureka up by 4 here in game number 2. Pluid serving. Dug out. Nice dig there by Jesson Newton. Martins digs it out. Newton gets it across the net. And it falls off of them out of bounds. And a point side out to Bigfork. They just gave the point to the wrong side. It should be 20-17.
20-17.
As they gave Eureka a point. Martins to serve for Bigfork. Durden. Brown. Dug out. Zoe Albert. Newton. Troyer to get it across for Bigfork. Durden. Brown. And Truman tips it across for Eureka. Side out and a point. 22-16. Inga Turner gets it across. We'll keep playing with Truman. Brown. Spiked by number 4, Kara Stanger. 23-16, the Lady Lions. Truman. Zoe Albert, Newton. Inga Turner spikes it down. Dug out by Eureka off the hands of Pluid. I have it should be 23-18, not 23-17. Yeah, I don't think the score is correct. They have 23-17. Holton back in to serve for Bigfork. Dug out by Truman. Brown. And gets it across. Newton. Holton. Newton on the spike. Off. Falls on the Eureka's side at a point for Bigfork. And Holton will continue to serve 23-18 on the scoreboard on the UPS scoreboard. Holton served, drops it across, hits the net and falls over for an ace for Holton. And as Eureka back, and Eureka will take a timeout here at 23-19 on the UPS scoreboard. I'll be back here with game number 2. Well, they check with Bonnie down there and make sure she says that it's right. 23-19, so Bigfork within 4. And Holton to serve, and Valkyries keep battling here in the second game. Holton, deep serve. Truman. Brown. They're back. Dug out by Martins. Holton going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert blocks it off. Dug out by Truman. Back across by Eureka. Holton. Sorry. And they'll call a double hit on Ariana Sari. Game point for the Lady Lions as Kia Hawkins serving for Eureka, up 24-19 on the UPS store scoreboard. Deep serve, dug out by Zoe Albert. Mackenzie Holton. Sorry on the spike. Sparks it deep and out of bounds. And 25-19, Eureka wins this one in game number 2. And this one,
up, girls. Let's go.
so we're tied at 1 game apiece as we head to game number 3, 25-19 on the UPS store scoreboard. I'll be back with game number 3, best of 5 here from Eureka, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of Owls. Glad to be with you on BFSC events here on YouTube as Valkyrie volleyball action here in Eureka, Montana. All right, welcome back, Eureka, Montana. And Valkyrie volleyball action here in Eureka as the Valkyries taking on the Lady Lions. We're tied at 1 game apiece, best of 5. And same starters for Bigfork. Eureka gets the serve. It'll be 14. Camber Brown serving. Dugout. Troyer. Inga Turner off her hand. Troyer can't handle the serve very well on the pass. And a point for Eureka early. And Brown to serve. Deep. Albert setting up Inga Turner. Is Mackenzie Holton. He set off the top of the net, didn't get it across. So 4 and 2-0 by Eureka. And Brown to serve. Brown service is going to be deep and out of play. Side out to Bigfork. And side out Bigfork here. And Albert to serve. Dug out by Eureka. Brown to set up Truman. Rena Truman spikes it down. The middle hitter for Eureka. And side out to Eureka 3-1. That'll bring number 4, Kara Stanger, back in for the Lady Lions here in game number 3, best of 5. Service dug out by Troyer. Holton back deep and drops it in. They call it out on Callie Martins as she tries to drop it on the end line. And 4-run for Eureka. Fluid to serve. Dug out. Zoe Albert drops it across. Tuman, Brown, set block there. Right down the line. That's Ariana Sari and Inga Turner on the block. And in play, or inbounds on the Eureka side, point for Bigfork. Side out, Inga Turner to serve as they trail 4-2 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Nice serve to Hawkins by Turner. Brown getting it across is Fluid. Zoe Albert setting up Davey. Blocked there by Truman. And on the falls on the Bigfork side out point for Eureka. As Remy Stinger comes back in and Rena Truman to serve. Deep. Zoe Albert, Holton, spike. And a little bit long by Ariana Sari. And out of bounds, 6-2. Lady Lions lead here in game number 3. We're tied 1 game apiece. Truman to serve. Dug out by Albert. Holton. And over the top on Eureka, so they can't do it. Side out to Bigfork. Point. Justin Newton, along with Jort coming in. Newton to serve for the Valkyries, 6-3, Eureka. Newton's nice serve, drops it across, and Truman can't handle it. Ace for Justin Newton for the Valkyries. They pull within 2, 6-4 here in game number 3. Critical game right here. Newton to serve. Nice deep serve, Truman. Into the net. The pass from Truman, and another ace there for Justin Newton. 6-5 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Valkyries trail by 1. Newton, service on the way, nice and deep, and drops it in between Truman and Hawkins. And we're tied at 6 here in game number 3. Newton continues to serve for the Valkyries. Deep. Durden can't handle it. Low shot back under the net, 7-6, and Newton continues to serve. Dug out, Brown going to set up, spiked across, dug out there by Zoe Albert. Newton, spiked there by Davey. Davey spikes it in the net, side out to Eureka at a point. We're tied at 7. Fluid back in for Eureka. Serving is Hawkins. Hawkins deep serve over the head of Zoe Albert, who lets it go. Side out point for Bigfork. And that'll bring Troyer on. Tessa Troyer to serve for the Valkyries, replacing Davy. Troyer serve nice and deep. Dug out by Durden. Fluid getting it across. Justin Newton drops it across, drops on Eureka's side, and a point for Bigfork. 9-7 as Troyer will continue to serve for the Valkyries. Service, nice deep, right down the middle. Truman digs it out. Brown getting it across, and right in the front of Martin. She dives for it, but can't quite dig it out on the shot by Kara Stranger. And side out point for Eureka. And number 15, Sabrina Hawkins, back in for the Lady Lions to serve as they trail 8-9 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Martins digs it out. Newton, back set, spikes it. Short spike into the net. And tied at 9. And Hawkins to serve for Eureka. Serves it, drops it. Albert gets it back across. Durden, Brown, Martins digs it out. Newton, Martin's going to spike it down off of Tuman. Brown going to set up Fluid. Fluid spikes, blocked there by Bigfork. Brown digs it out. Fluid going to get it back across. Dug out by Newton. Jort sets down Sorry, blocked there by 7, Remy Stenger on the Bigfork side. And a point for Eureka as they lead 10-9 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, and Hawkins serving. Deep, duck out by Zoe Albert. Newton sets up Sorry. Sorry's cross-court spike. And a nice spike there by Alexis Sorry before she goes out of the ball game. Side out to Bigfork point. We're tied at 10. And Inga Turner back in as Martins will serve for the Vals. Durden digs it out. Brown going to set up Fluid. Fluid off of Martins. Off of. Hey, nice job by Ellie Jordy. Gets it across, and Eureka can't handle it. A point for Bigfork, 11-10 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Martins continues to serve for Bigfork. Nice deep serve. Tuman. Brown. Fluid's going to have to just get it across. Newton will dig it out.
That hit the upright?
It hit the antenna, so the antenna means it's out of play or going across the antenna. So point for Bigfork, 12-10. Martin to serve. Serves it deep. Durden. Brown. Tuman's got to get it across. Dug out by Newton. Turner. Back across by Zoe Albert. Brown setting up. Blocked there by Ellie Jort on the spike by Remy Stanger. Drops on the Eureka side. Point for Bigfork, 13-10. And a nice block there by Ellie Jort. Martin serving. Deep. Dug out by Castilla. Brown dropping it across. They said it was touched off of Bigfork and out. So side out point for Eureka, and Stanger to serve for the Lady Lions, trailing by 2. Stanger. Troyer. Newton. Call a double hit on Newton. And Eureka with a point, 13-12. And Stanger to serve for the Lady Lions. Continuing. As the Valkyries lead by 1, 13-12. And the serve by Stanger right in the net on the right side for them. A point for Bigfork on the side out. That'll bring Mackenzie Holton and Ariana Sari back in for Jort and Newton. And Holton to serve for the Valkyries, up by 2, 14-12 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Nice serve by Holton. Dug out by Eureka. They got to get it across. Truman. Holton. And dropping across. Dig it out by Martins. Mackenzie Holton going to set up and spike down there by Zoe Albert off the hands of Eureka, and a point for Bigfork. Trying to keep up. The ball's moving action-packed here. 15-12 as Holton will continue to serve for the Valkyries. Up by 3 on UPS Store scoreboard. Holton serve, nice deep, dug out. Brown set up Pluid. Pluid looking to spike off of Troyer's hands. And a point for Eureka as they get the side out within 2 at 15-13. And Camber Brown will serve for the Lady Lions. Brown service on the way. Martins. Holton back set. Oh, and dropping it in is Zoe Albert for a side out to Bigfork, 16-13. And Ava Davey coming back in for Troyer. And number 8, Zoe Albert, to serve for the Valkyries. Serves it deep. Durden out of play. And a nice serve there by Albert at 17-13. The Valkyries need to close this one out. Albert continue to serve, up by 4 now on the UPS Store scoreboard. Albert serve, nice deep, nice serve there, dug out by Eureka. Blew it, they'll call double hit there on Truman for Eureka, and a point for Bigfork. And Eureka will take a timeout as the Valkyries lead 18-13 here in game number 3, as we're tied at 1 game apiece. And Zoe Albert serving for the Valkyries. We'll be back more of game number 3 here from Eureka, Montana in Valkyrie volleyball action. All right, we're back here in Eureka, Montana. We're tied at 1 game apiece, and Valkyries up in game number 3, 18-13. Zoe Albert serving for the Valkyries. Eureka with 1 timeout left. The Valkyries with 2 in game number 3. Albert serve on the way, nice and deep. Durden. Brown, they set it up. Spiked across. There by 12, hits the net. Kia Hawkins and drops in front of Davey on the Bigfork side. Point side out for Eureka, 18-14, as Jaden Pluid will serve for the Lady Lions. Deep, Martins, Holton, Turner with the spike. Turner cross court right down the middle, and a side out point for Bigfork as Inga set up nicely by Jesson Newton. And side out, that means Turner will serve here for Bigfork at 19-14. Turner service on the way. Hawkins out of play, back in, getting across. Zoe Albert, Mackenzie Holton setting up. Davey spike off the net. Drops on the Eureka side, 20-14. Valkyries up by 6 here in game number 3. And Turner to serve. Turner serve, nice deep. Durden. Brown. Tuman. Dug out by Zoe Albert. And Davey can't quite dig it. Is it off the net, excuse me. And a point side out to Eureka. And Kara Stranger back in along with 7, Remy Stranger for Eureka. And number 3, Rena Truman to serve as they trail by 5 on UPS Store scoreboard. Dug out by Davey. Holton going to set up. Sorry, block, but digs it out. Holton back. Adriana, Tuman, Brown. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Holton, Davey on the nice spike into the net. Dug out by Eureka. Mackenzie Holton setting up. Sorry, block. Lexa spikes it into the net. And a nice point there on both sides. Back and forth as it's digging it out. 20-16 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Tooman. Zoe Albert. Zoe's got to get it back across from Mackenzie Holton and spikes it down the line, or slices it down the line, and Tooman can't handle it. Truman, and a point side out for Bigfork, 21-16, and Durden back in for Eureka. That'll bring Jess and Newton back in, and Ellie Short and Newton to serve for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve. Durden digs it out. Fluid. Back deep. Jess and Newton tries to dig it out. Martins was behind her. If she'd have known that, Martins would have handled it for her. Side out to Eureka, 21-17 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Number 12, Kia Hawkins to serve for Eureka. Dug out, Zoe Albert. Martins brings it back across, and too deep. And serve at 18-21. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Newton. Short gets it back across. Durden. Brown setting it up. Spiking it out of bounds is number 4, Kara Stranger. Side out to Bigfork. And Troyer will come back in for the Valkyries. 22-18. The Valkyries up by 4. Need to close this one out. Troyer serve deep. Durden. Brown looking to set it. Ducks it across. Dug out by Jort. Jort's going to get it back across. Take it back deep to Hawkins. Hawkins. Dug out. Newton. Jort dinks it across. Dug out by Stranger. Brown. Stranger. Off of Martins. Can't quite handle it. It's too deep. And side out to Eureka, 22-19. And Sabrina Hawkins will come in. And timeout taken by Bigfork. Their first of 2 timeouts here in game number 3 from Eureka, Montana. We'll be back momentarily. Okay, we're back here. 22-19, the Valkyries up by 3. And Sabrina Hawkins a serve for the Lady Lions. And Bigfork needs a big side out right here. Martins, Newton. Off the hands of Eureka. They got Newton back set. And Bigfork under the net. And 22-20. Sorry, Newton. Zoe Albert spikes it down. Brown dinks it across. Back. Across to Eureka. Brown. Setting up. Blocked! Alexis Sari at the net along with Zoe Albert for the block. Side out to Bigfork, 23-20. And Turner back in. Martins to serve. Nice deep serve. They got out Brown. Going to set it up. Pluitt. Dug out Zoe Albert. Martins going to set. Zoe Albert's going to back across. Durden. Brown looking to set up. Pluitt. Pluitt off the block. Martins. And a nice spike there by Zoe Albert, but out of bounds, just missing the end line. And the Valkyries lead by 2, 23-21. And Remy Stenger serving for Eureka. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Albert going to be set up by Jess and Newton. Cross, Brown. Cross. And Stenger tries to get across, blocked there by Bigfork. Side out, game point, 24-21. That'll bring in Mackenzie Holton to serve, along with Ariana Sari, replacing Jort and Newton. And game point, timeout taken by Eureka. They called timeout. Eureka did. And we'll be back here momentarily. All right, so game point here in game number 3 for Bigfork. The Valkyries, 24-21, and Holton will serve here in game point. In game number 3 as we're tied at 2 games apiece. Bigfork still has the timeout left. Eureka out of timeouts here in game number 3. Holton to serve right here for the Valkyries. Drops it in. Cross. Brown will set up. Truman. Set up. Inga Turner. Blocks it across and drops it in. Inga Turner from the net on the right side drops it across the defense of Eureka. And the Valkyries win that one 25-21. And lead 2 games to 1 here in the best of 5. And we'll be back with game number 4 as they switch sides. And the Valkyries able to finish that one off. So nice job there by Inga Turner. Set her up. Spikes it across and drops it in. Bigfork up 2-1. Be back here from Eureka, Montana momentarily. All right, welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. It's the Valkyries up 2 games to 1 in the best of 5.
Go, Val,
And
go get it.
Troyer out there. Martins, Newton, Zoe Albert, Jort, and Inga Turner. The same for Eureka. Truman, Stanger, Pluid, Catilla, Hawkins, Brown, and Durden will come in for Remy Stanger. And Bigfork with a serve. Callie Martins to lead it off here in game number 4, best of 5. Nice deep serve dug out there by Eureka. Brown going to set up Pluid. Pluid spikes it across. Dug out by Newton. Short going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert on the block. And off her hands, out of bounds. Side out to Eureka. And a point for them, for the Lady Lions early here in game number 4. On your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And 14, Camber Brown, the captain, to serve for the Lady Lions. Dug out. Troyer can't quite handle it right down the middle. And an ace for Eureka here early. 2-0, the Lady Lions. Brown to serve again. It's across. Troyer handles it this time. Newton. Turner. Off the hand of Eureka. Brown going to set up Pluid. Pluid off the hand, dug out by Troyer. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. This times her jump into the net. And point for The Lady Lions 3-0 early. So Brown to continue to serve for Eureka. Dug out. Zoe Albert. Martins grabs it. Nice cross by Troyer. Eureka Brown is set up. Truman dug out by Troyer. Newton short to get it back across. Dug out by Eureka Brown. They set up Pluid. Pluid on the line. Newton digs it out. Inga Turner. And we'll call a carry on Turner. And Eureka up 4-0. Bigfork needing the side out right here. Service dug out by Troyer. Newton. They set up Turner. Turner across. Digs it out. Turner.
Come on, girl.
Short. Gets it across. Brown. Back set. Dug out by Troyer. Newton. Going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert off the block. Durden. Back to Brown. Truman knocks it down in front of Jess and Newton. And 0.5-0 for the Lady Lions. A little equipment he'd be fixed by the referees. And timeout taken by Eureka as they trail early 5-0 in game number 4 and lead 2-1 here in Eureka, Montana. 406-270-7384. If you're listening out there, I'll give you a shout out. Here in Eureka, Montana. Valkyries been down before. It's now time to get a side out and fight back here in game number 4. So 5-0 on UPS Stores scoreboard. The Lady Lions lead here early in game number 4. They got to play till 25. And if we have a fifth one, it'll only go to 15.
Heads up, girls, heads up.
Bigfork needs to fight back here and get the side out as Brown will continue to serve for Eureka. Service. Troyer. Newton. Back set. Jort. Jort knocks it across. Dug out by Brown. By Hawkins. Spiked by Pluid. Newton. Inga Turner. Cross court. Spikes it down again. Just like she did in the previous set. This from the other side. And a point side out to Bigfork. So Jort and Newton will come out as Mackenzie Holton and Ariana Sari come in for the Valkyries, and Holton to serve as they trail 5-1 here in game number 4. Holton, nice serve. Dug out by Eureka. Brown setting up. Truman spikes across. Zoe Albert digs it out. And Mackenzie Holton at the net, goes underneath the net, so a side out point for Eureka, 6-1. And Kara Stanger comes in for the Lady Lions. Serving is Pluid. Pluid, spike, dug out by Zoe Albert. Mackenzie Holton. Albert across Durden. Brown, back set. Spike off the hands of Troyer. On the spike there by Kara Stranger. And 7-1, the Valkyries trail by 6 here in game number 4. Pluid to serve again for Eureka. Deep, Callie Martins. Kenzie Holton. Deep, Turner. Dug out by Pluid. Brown, spiking across. Dug out by Troyer. Turner. Zoe gets it across. Dug out by Eureka. Brown. Cross. Out of bounds.
Good eye, girls.
And side out as it goes out of bounds. Side out to Bigfork. Davey back in for Bigfork. Zoe Albert, Durden. Brown. They're calling 2 hits on Ariana Sari. She can't quite get the block. And side out to Eureka, 8-2. As Rena Truman serving for the Lady Lions. Davey, Holton, Turner, spike, blocked. Davey, Turner again, spikes it into Truman. Digs it out. Ariana Sari, Holton. Turner going to spike it again, blocked. Dug out by Bigfork. Mackenzie Holton gets it across into the net. And Eureka can't handle it. Side out to Bigfork. Point as the Valkyries keep fighting. 8-3. Ariana Sari will come back in for, or excuse me, Alexis Sari back in for Bigfork. And Turner to serve for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve across the net. Brown digs it out. Durden and Hawkins don't talk, and it drops in between them. And point for Bigfork, 8-4 on the Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Turner continues to serve for the Valkyries. And they keep fighting to get back in this one. Dug out by Hawkins. Brown, crossed by Pluid, dug out by Turner. Holton going to set up Sari. Sari spikes it off the block. Dug out by Eureka. And Durden will get it across. Davey. Holton. And spiked down by Bigfork into the net. And Brown can't handle it after Sari's spike. And point for Bigfork, 8-5, so the Valkyries within 3. Turner still serving for Bigfork. Serves it deep. Durden will get it. Brown looking to set up. Spiked across. Dug out by Turner. Across the net and out of bounds on the Eureka side. And side out point to Eureka, 9-5. And Martin's back in for Bigfork. Serving. Hawkins. And a deep serve there by number 12, Hawkins. And a point, side out to Bigfork, 9-6. Newton, along with Jort, back in for the Valkyries. And Newton to serve for Bigfork there within 3. Newton service. Deep. And we'll turn it back over, side out to Eureka. Sabrina Hawkins back in to serve for Eureka. And a 10-6 lead on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard for the Lady Lions. Martins digs it out. Newton spiked there by Davey. And Eureka, Bigfork able to get it across. Brown going to set up Pluid. Pluid dug out by Martins. Brown. And spiking it out of bounds at number 7, Remy Stanger. And side out point for Bigfork, 10-7. Troyer back in for Davey. Troyer to serve for Bigfork. Down 10-7 here. Troyer service deep. Handled by Hawkins. Brown spiked by Pluid. Troyer can't handle the spike. Out of bounds, and point for Eureka. And Remy Stanger serving for the Lady Lions, up by 4 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Deep. Martins, Newton, back corner. Hawkins, Brown. Off the hand of Troyer on the spike there by Truman. 12-7. Eureka leads by 5 here early in game number 4. Stanger to serve. Newton goes to get the pass from Martins, goes under the net, and point for Eureka. Stanger to serve, up 13-7. Need a side out right here for Bigfork. Stanger, Martins, Newton gonna set up. Zoe Albert spikes it down and drops on the Eureka side on a nice spike there, as Eureka can't handle the spike of Zoe Albert. And Turner back in. Martins to serve, down by 5, 13-8. Martins, nice serve. Dug out by Eureka. Brown gonna set up. Dug out by Troyer. Newton setting up. Turner on the spike off the hands of Hawkins. Dug out by Brown. Pluid blocked by Jort. Dug it out. And off the hand of Newton. Goes out of bounds. Side out point for Eureka, 14-8. And Camber Brown will serve for Eureka, up by 6, 14-8 on UPS Store scoreboard. Off the hand Zoe dug out. Back across by Zoe Albert as Troyer gets it. And Turner spikes it down the middle for the point and side out for Bigfork. 14-9. Ariana Sari come in from Newton. Mackenzie Holton back in for Jort. And Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Down by 5, 14-9. Need to go on a roll. Holton. Turner. Setting up Truman. She spikes it down on the Bigfork side. And side out to Eureka. Point 15-9 as Kara Stanger comes back in. Pluid to serve. Martins. Holton going to set up. Blocked on the spike, says Zoe Albert. Holton can't dig it out. 16-9. And Bigfork will take the timeout, trailing by 7. 16-9 here in game number 4. I'll be back with that momentarily. Yeah, back in Eureka, Montana, James LaFontaine with you. Here in game number 4, it's 16-9, and Pluid to serve as Eureka leads by 7, 16-9. Pluid serve. Martins, Zoe Albert. Holton to get it across. Dug out. A double hit called on Turner. 17-9, Eureka leads here in game number 4. Valkyries lead 2-1. Dug out by Martins. Holton going to set up Turner. Turner going to spike it down and drops it on the line. Turner swinging it today. And side out to Bigfork. 17-10. And Bigfork needs to go on a run. Davey back in for Troyer on the front line for Bigfork. And Sabrina Hawkins will come in for Kara Stranger for Lady Lions. Zoe Albert serves it deep. It's got to get it in at this point when you're trailing by 7. Give yourself a chance. And side out to Eureka. They get a point, 18-10. Rena Truman to serve for the Lady Lions. Truman, Zoe Albert, Holton, Martins gets it back across. Truman, Brown looking to set. Spike off the block of Turner and Davey. Drops on the Bigfork side on the spike by Kia Hawkins. 19-10. Service by Truman. And up the left sideline, out of bounds as Turner smartly with the good eyes lets it go. Side out to Bigfork, and Turner will serve, trailing by 8, 19-11 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Turner to serve, need to go on a roll, does Bigfork. Truman. Hawkins. Stanger. Setting up, Sorry blocks it down. And Alexis Sorry into the net. And point for Eureka. Side out as Kia Hawkins to serve. Up 20-11 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Hawkins to serve. That goes deep. Wisely let go by the Valkyries. Side out to Bigfork. Jessa Newton. Jort. Ellie Jort back in for Bigfork. Trailing by 8 on Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, 20-12. Newton to serve. Service. Drops it across Pluid. Spike down. Newton digs it out. Jort. Spike down there by Davey. Brown going to set up. Spikes it across. or drops it across. Number 7, Remy Stringer, drops on the Bigfork side. Side out 21-12 as 15, Sabrina Hawkins comes back in for Eureka. Up by 9, 21-12 on your Harvest Foods scoreboard. And Hawkins is served. Hawkins serves it deep, way deep. That's 2 feet out. And the Valkyries let that one go. Get the side out. Troyer to come in for Davey and Troy to serve. Bigfork needs to go on a little bit of roll here. Bring some points. Troy to serve. Nice serve. Dug out there by Hawkins. Brown spiked. Martins can't quite handle the spike there of Fluid. And side out point for Eureka. Stanger serving for Eureka. Dug out. Zoe Albert. Newton. Troyer gets it across. Brown going to set up. Fluid. Spiked down by Bigfork. Dug out. Brown looking off the block of Sorry. And Jort drops on the Bigfork side. 23-13. Remy Stringer serving for Eureka. Dug out. Troyer. Newton going to set up and dropping it across. Nice job there by Zoe Albert. And must have went on the wrong side of the antenna, but he dropped it in, so a point for Eureka, game point, 24-13. Zoe Albert, Newton, Zoe to spike it down. And the Valkyries lose this one 25-13. So we'll have to go to a 5th and deciding one. We'll go to 15 as the captains come together and they'll decide who's going to get the serve and which side here. We'll be back with game number 5, the best of 5 here from Eureka, Montana. Well, we're back here in Eureka, Montana, tied at 2 apiece. We'll go to the 5th and deciding end. Looks like Bigfork won the toss. They'll get to serve, and they'll be on the same side of the gymnasium, not switching sides. Eureka chose the side they were on. So we won the first and the third, so it's our turn, right? And Bigfork will serve Mackenzie Holton out there. Davy Turner. Looks like Zoe Albert. Sorry. Holton and Martins for Bigfork. Here we're going to 15. And Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Nice serve. Durden. Brown looking. Truman puts it where nobody is, and Davy can't quite dig it out for Bigfork. Side out point for Eureka.
Side out right here. Side out.
And Bigfork can't afford to go down early as they go to 15 here in the 5th. Brown to serve, dug out. Davy. Holton. Cross, dug out. Brown gonna spike it. And Fluid spikes it down for Bigfork. And Troyer will go in for Davy as 14 Canberra Brown serves up 4-0. Martins, Holton, spike, Zoe Albert, Durden. Fluid gets it across. Zoe Albert back across to Eureka. Fluid to get it across. Mackenzie Holton setting up. Sorry. Trying to tip it across down the line. A good attempt. Can't get it across the net. Point for Eureka, 3-0. And Brown to serve. Dug out by Martins. Holton going to set up Sorry. Sorry drops it across. Off the hand. Durden will dig it out. Eureka gets it back across. Martins. Holton going to set it up. Martins to spike it down. Right down the middle. Off Durden. Nice job there by Callie Martins from the back row for Bigfork. And they'll get the side out 3-1. And Zoe Albert to serve as Davy comes back in. And Justin Newton in from Ariana Sari. And Zoe Albert serve right down the middle. Durden digs it out. Brown gets to it. They'll have to get it back across. Martins, Holton. Zoe Albert gets it back across down the line. Dug out by Eureka. And they'll hit it out of bounds off of Brown on Kia Hawkins. And Brown on the Eureka side. Point for Bigfork, 3-2. As Zoe Albert will serve for Bigfork. Albert, serve on the way. Nice deep serve. Durden digs it out. Up in the crowd. And point for Bigfork. We're tied at 3. Need Mr. Momentum does Bigfork. And Zoe Albert serving for the Valkyries. Nice serve down the line. That's going to be out of bounds. And a nice ace there by Zoe Albert. Valkyries lead 4-3, and Albert, nice serve down the right line for the Valkyries. Here comes Albert, serving again. Let's get it in. Nice serve, drops it across. Brown will set it up. Truman off the hand. Davy. Albert gets it back across. Durden. Brown going to set up Fluid. Fluid spikes it. Blocks. 4 hits as she doesn't get it across. The Valkyries up 5-3. And Zoe continues to serve for Bigfork as they're up by 2 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Gets the ball, whistle blows, and here comes a serve by Albert. Nice deep serve, dug out by Fluid. Tuman, dug out by Davy. Davy spike off the hands, Durden. Brown gonna try to set up. Martins can't quite handle it. It's down the line by number 12, Kia Hawkins. And side out point for Eureka, 5-4. Bigfork leads as Kara Stanger, in for Eureka, and Fluid to serve. Fluid. Zoe Albert quite can't handle it up in the stands, and point for Eureka. We're tied at 5. And Plua to serve. Zoe Albert, Kenzie Holton, Inga Turner. Blocked, dug out by Albert Turner. And Truman right at the net blocks it down. And 6-5 Eureka. Plua to serve. Nice idea by Bigfork. Truman. Martins. Holton, we're going to set up Davy. Davy, the freshman, spikes it down to Durden. Durden can't handle it. A nice spike there by the freshman, Ava Davy. Tied at 6. And Sabrina Hawkins. Turner to serve. Turner. Hawkins. Fluid. Brown's got to get it across. Zoe Albert. Kenzie Holton setting up Jessa Newton. Newton back deep. Durden handles it. Up in the net. Hawkins gets it across. Newton, back corner. Off of Durden's hands. And a point for Bigfork, 7-6. And Turner continues and will serve again for the Valkyries. Heck of a matchup here in Eureka, Montana. Turner to serve deep. Durden. Brown. Back set. Truman. Off the hand of Turner, out of bounds. We're tied at 7. Side out to Bigfork. And Truman to serve for Eureka. And Remy Stanger back in for the Lady Lions. Serves it deep. Dug out by Zoe. Holton sent out Davy. Davy spike off the hands of Stanger and drops on the Eureka side. Side out 8-7. Short back in along with Newton. Newton is going to serve for Bigfork, up 8-7. We go to 15 here in the 5th. Newton serve, nice deep Durden. Brown back set, backs it across. Martin digs it out. Newton. Zoe spikes it across and out of bounds up the right side. Point for Eureka, 8-8. And 12, Kia Hawkins to serve for Eureka. We're tied at 8 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And a heck of a match here in Eureka. Hawkins, Martins, Newton gonna set up. Jort spike. Just misses the end line. And a point for Eureka, 9-8 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Serving it, 12, Hawkins. Sorry, Newton. Blocked down. Nice job there by Alexis Sorry. Off the block, drops on Eureka's side. We're tied at 9 here. And Troyer back in for Davy. And Troyer to serve here for Bigfork as we're tied at 9 apiece. Troyer's nice serve. Durden digs it out. Brown. They just got to get across. Fluid. Dug out by Newton. Martins. Jort gets it back across for Bigfork. Brown going to set up. Spiking down is 7, Remy Stranger, right in front of Newton. And the Lions get side out point up 10-9. Sabrina Hawkins back in for Eureka, number 15 to serve. Up by 1 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, 10-9. Out of bounds. Deep past the end line, and smart job there by Bigfork. We're tied at 10. Turner back in. Martins to serve for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve. Eureka digs it out. Brown. Fluid's got to get it across. Newton. Short. Turner blocks it. As Eureka in the net, and a nice spike there. 11-10, Bigfork leads. Martins to serve. Both have 2 timeouts left. Martins serve on the way for Bigfork. Nice and deep. Dug out by Hawkins. Brown spiked. Off the block on the spike bar by Fluid. Drops on the Bigfork side. We're tied at 11. And 7, Remy Stanger back for Eureka to serve. Was we're tied. Zoe Albert can't handle the serve, and Eureka goes up 12-11 And Bigfork will take their first of 2 timeouts here in the 5th. Crazy match going on here, back and forth. Nobody can go on a run. Eureka won a slight run, but Bigfork came right back. And they're down or trailed by 1 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. 12-11. The Lady Lions lead, and serving is number 7, Remy Stanger. So the Valkyries right here, very important. They need to get a side out right here and tie this at 12. For the Valkyries, Turner, Newton, Jort, Troyer, Martins, and Albert for Bigfork. Stanger, Attila, Hawkins in the ball game. Troyer, Newton to set her up. Turner, back corner, set up. Truman, dug out by Newton. Martins. Jort gets it back across for Bigfork, dug out by Eureka. Brown going to try to set up Truman. Dug out by Ellie Jort. Back across, spiking it right there. That's Zoe Albert. And we're tied at 12, side out. Mackenzie Holton will come back in for Jort, and Holton to serve as we're tied at 12. A good side out there by Bigfork. Holton serve, deep. Dug out by Holton. Down the line is Bigfork. And off the block as Eureka tries to spike it off the block of Bigfork and out of bounds. Side out to Eureka, 13-12. Brown to serve. Martins, Holton, Newton, back corner. Dug out by Katila. Brown, they got to get it across. Pluitt gets it across. Mackenzie Holton digs it out. Newton, spike there and drops it in. Inga Turner, another one, drops it in the end line. We're tied at 13 apiece. Davey will come back in for Troyer. Just back and forth action. And Zoe Albert to serve for Bigfork. Need to get that one up. Katila. Fluid. Brown's got to get it across. Martins. Newton sets it up. And too deep by Turner this time. Game point. Fluid to serve for the Lady Lions, up 14-13 on the UPS Store scoreboard. And she serves it into the net. Unbelievable. We're tied at 14 apiece. Side out to Bigfork. Turner to serve. And Alexis Sari back in the match for Bigfork as they're tied at 14. And here comes Turner's service. Hawkins, Brown, backside. Troyer, dug out Holton. Newton. Holton's going to dig it across. Way back corner, Durden digs it out. Hawkins gets it across. Sorry, Newton. Sorry on the spike. Drops it off the hand of Pluid by Alexis Sorry on a nice spike. Cross court and down the line. And game point for Bigfork. A heck of a match here in Eureka, Montana, as the Valkyries go up by one, 15-14 on the UPS Store scoreboard. And a nice job there by Alexis Sari down the line where Pluid can't handle it. And a point for Bigfork, side out, 15-14. The Valkyries lead as Eureka takes a timeout here in Eureka, Montana. I'm going to stay right here. And right now, Valkyries got to take it here with the service. Just got to get it in. That's the key here. Get it in, give yourself a chance. And Inga Turner to serve again. Sorry, it wasn't a side out. Turner won that point on the Alexis Sari spike. And Turner just get it in for Bigfork. Drops it in. Durden. Brown. Truman. Newton. Drops it across off the hand of Sari. And we're tied at 15. Lady Lions. Remy Stanger. Kara Stanger back in. And number 3, Rennie Truman, as we're tied at 15. on the UPS Store scoreboard here from Eureka, Montana. Digs it. Davey sets it up. Mackenzie Holton, Newton down the line. Dug out by Truman. Brown looking to set up. Spikes it down. Dug out by Martins. Back across. And out of bounds by Sari. Up the left side. And 16-15. Game point for Eureka. Renna Truman to serve. Rennie Truman back. Zoe Albert. Mackenzie Holton. Sari. Spikes it down. Another great spike by Alexis Sari. We're tied at 16. Holton comes out. Jort comes in for Bigfork. We're tied at 16. And Jesson Newton to serve for the Valkyries. You got to win by 2. Newton serve. Nice. Drops it across. Newton serves, hits the net. Eureka's playing back, drops it across, drops it in. And the Valkyries have game point, match point, 17-16 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Newton serve on the way. Oh, just deep by Jesson Newton. It didn't miss by much. We're tied at 17. You just got to get it in. Give yourself a chance there. And 12, Hawkins to serve for Eureka, tied at 17. Gets it, and Hawkins returns the favor. Hawkins puts it in the net. 18-17. Game and match point for the Valkyries. And Troyer back in the ball game for Davey to serve for the Valkyries at game point 18-17. Troyer serve, gets it in. Durden. Brown. Spikes it out of bounds. Out of bounds by Remy Stenger. And guess what? The Valkyries win this one 19-17. And a heck of a match here in Eureka, Montana. So 19-17. So here's your scores overall. Game number 1, 25-20 Bigfork. Game number 2, Eureka, 25-19. Game number 3, 25-21 Bigfork. Game number 4, 25-13 Eureka. And game number 5, 19-17. The Valkyries win this 3-2. I'll bring the coach up here and the player of the game here to talk about this match here momentarily on the post-game show.
I am too.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, welcome back to the postgame show here as the Valkyries take this one 3-2. Went back and forth all match long, and just a heck of a match here. And Bigfork able to pull it out 19-17 in the 5th. With head coach Ariel Stalneck here on the postgame show, brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Head over to see Doug and Nancy Malum and thank the folks at the Montana Athletic Club bringing you the postgame show. Ariel, a wonderful match.
Thank you.
Here today, and a great one to call. You guys never gave up. I mean, it went back and forth, and I said on the radio, was saying that, hey, you won the first, they won the second, you won the third, they won the fourth. I go, hey, it's our turn to win the 5th. Yeah. And that was a heck of a match. You guys, I mean, it just went back and forth, especially in that 5th. And nobody could get up by more than one, it seemed like. You went down early, but came back. Talk about that, what your team's, the resilience here to take care of things against the Lady Lions.
So going into this game, I told the girls, this is going to be a tough match for us. We might go 5 sets. Beforehand, I knew we might go 5 sets. It might be us dogging for every single point that we earn. And, I mean, that's exactly what we did. And I told them that that's what to expect. And I mean, there were still games where it's like, we see greatness and we still have stuff to work on where we could be ending those in 3. But at the same time, the girls knew what they were coming into, and I asked them to execute, and they did.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Alexis Sari, especially in that, if you talk about in the 5th, and then Inga Turner, really key spikes. But, it doesn't happen without Mackenzie or Jessa setting them up perfectly, and they're able to spike those down in key moments to win those points.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stats right now, and Inga led us with 11 kills. We had 42 kills team. Like, our team had 42 kills. Zoe was right behind her with 10. But the entire game, I kind of moved our entire offense around Inga. We were hitting well out of the right side. We were getting kills out of the right side, so I just put Inga on the right side, and then they started blocking us, so then I just put Inga on the outside a little bit, and then they started getting that, so we just put her back in the middle, and she just got the job done wherever I asked her to go.
Well, a lot of those keys, I thought, especially in the 4th and the 5th, she was going from the right side on your side to their left side, cross court, and just finding that angle and finding that area where they weren't, and putting those down. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of the most coaching I've actually had to do in a game, but I don't know, worked.
Well, unbeaten, 3-0 in conference play, so you're in first place. Take on Plains on Monday. So just a great win. Anything else you want to talk about? I thought you did some great serving down the stretch. Troyer served with Callie. Inga served well.
Yeah, she served 100%.
To get you guys there. I thought a couple of those when you guys missed back and forth, and then they served it in the net and gave it right back to you.
God.
Thank God for that, right? Towards the end, just get it in and give yourself a chance.
You had 4 blocks.
Yeah, I thought Ellie Jort as well did a good job at
blocking.
Blocking
she stepped in
net.
when I needed to. Yeah, right when we needed that middle block.
Yes.
Yeah.
So talk about that and the other players on the team.
So my thing is I will repetitively say that we have some of the best swingers like you'll see. All my girls can hit. And that's what I love. And I love the fact that I can throw them in any position out there. I can say, you're hitting right side, you're hitting outside. I gave them so much out there, and they did it. I moved Ellie to the middle and Inga to the right side, and Ellie gets a block and Inga gets a kill. And I think that's the greatest thing is we have a very tough front row, and our back row did amazing too.
Alexis really swung it good. I thought even Davy, a couple of those swung it and got a spike here and there. And for being a freshman, she really stepped up today.
It took her a couple games to warm up, and once she was there, and she did exactly what I needed her to do today, and Tessa Troyer did exactly what I needed her to do today, and they helped us get that win. 100%.
That's really good. Your substitutes came and really stepped up, missing Isabella today. So, hey, great win. Go celebrate. I'll talk to Inga here and see what she has to say on the post game here. But thanks, Ariel, as always. I like to talk to you on the post game more than the pregame because we know what the post game. That's what post game we need. So great win here in Eureka.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Ariel Stalnack on the post game show, and I'm going to talk to Inga Turner. Inga, talk about your teammates and. Let me get this headset set right for you and get that mic up. Okay. Yeah, I almost have to turn that. I don't use this headset as often, obviously. Let me get this. Oh, hang on. No, that's why. Here we go. It's turned over the wrong way. Now, Inga, can you hear me?
Yep.
So, Inga, talk about your teammates in your match. I thought you had some just really key spikes, especially, in those sets. You're spiking it from the right side to the left side and finding places that were open. Talk about how that was and the folks setting you up for those.
Yeah, it was really fun, and she had to, switch it around a lot, and we had to adjust, but we could always get it where it needed to be, and it was really fun.
Well, I enjoyed it, and I know sitting next to your dad, he was enjoying it. It was a heck of a match. Talk about that. Eureka's always been. You guys have had struggled against them. They graduated some, but you're able to come here. What were you guys talking about when you went into that 5th set? I mean, what you had to do to take care of the match right there.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we just kept our energy up, pretty much, we knew we could do it. We have a pretty strong team, so.
Yeah, that really proves to me you're able to finish there. I mean, you went down a little bit early to them, but able to fight back. And it's tough when they only go to 15 in the fifth, right? You can't let them get too far up like you did in the fourth, right? But you're able to battle back, and it just seemed like it went back and forth, 1 point here, 1 point here. And finally, at the end, you were able to they missed that spike out of bounds, and you're able to get the win. How excited you are about beating Eureka, because I don't think you've beat them here on
we
varsity
were super
in the past
excited.
couple of years.
Yeah, we knew we could do it from the start as long as we had energy and dedication. But it was really exciting because they've been tough the past few years.
Well, I also thought you did a great job serving today, blocking everything, have an all-around game. So congratulations. I'll let you go get celebrate with your teammates first of all, but go get ready to get on the bus. Please don't leave without me. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks you, Inga, for joining me on the postgame show. I appreciate that, and great win. A great job today by you and your teammates. That's awesome. It was a great volleyball match to watch.
Thank you.
Have a great one, Inga. All right, Inga Turner and Coach Ariel Stalmack joining me on the postgame show here from Eureka, Montana. It was the Valkyries winning this one in 5, and the scores I had. First set, Bigfork wins 25-20, so they got out. Lost the second set, 25-19. 25-21, they win the third. 25-13, Eureka takes the fourth. And 19-17 as it went back and forth. A heck of a match here in Eureka, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of Owls here from Eureka, Montana, as the Valkyries win this one. 3-0 in conference now, as they'll take on the Plains Trotters on Monday, 4 o'clock. Freshmen get underway, followed by JV and varsity at home in Bigfork, Montana. Thanks for joining me on the show. Appreciate it as always. And we'll catch you Viking action coming up on Friday as they take on the Loyola Rams. 7 o'clock is game time, and 6:45 pregame to the kickoff at 7 o'clock down in Loyola coming up on Friday night. Once again, thank you as the Valkyries take this one 3-2 here from Eureka, Montana. Thank you, and good night wherever you are.